Hello, everybody, and welcome. My name is Sasha Gilbert, Marketing Director with Virtual Financial. And joining me today is my good friend, Louis Johnston. Hello, Louis. How are you
Hey,
today?
Sasha, how are you doing today?
Fantastic as always. Have you had a good day so far?
Not too bad, not too bad. Got beautiful weather, so no rain, no
That's always
snow.
a bonus. That is always a bonus. Well, Louis, why don't you just share briefly with our viewers a little bit about yourself? How long have you been in the industry?
13 years officially in the financial industry.
Very cool. And what were you doing prior to that?
I spent over 10 years in the transportation industry from working on a dock to being an operations manager to running a brokerage firm. Um, you name it when it comes to freight and supply chain. I've done pretty much it all except for air travel of freight. I dabbled in ocean a little bit, not my forte, but it's part of it.
Excellent. And I believe you're a veteran, is that right?
Yes, ma'am. Re- Medically retired, got injured while I was in the military. Passion of mine is helping fellow veterans, not only with the Veterans Administration, but in life general. It's just a deep desire, patriotism, patriot, patriotically. I'm sorry. Let me get the right words come out my mouth. Um, Giving back, and I can relate to a lot of people because we've had the same experiences.
Ah, I love that. Since joining with Virtual Financial about a year ago, um, I have been so impressed with the company in general, but specifically the leadership, because it really does come back to giving back to your community. I know we've got people that are giving large sums of money to cancer research. You know that I am supporting women and children in domestic violence situations. You're giving back to the combat veterans in your community. And it's so inspiring to see success isn't being spent on a new Lamborghini or Tesla every 6 months, but people are really focusing on giving back. And I think that's
Absolutely.
incredible.
You learn
Incredible.
not to be selfish. That's
Absolutely.
what it,
Take
that's what
those
it's
blessings
comes
and
down to.
spread them
Don't be selfish.
around.
Yep.
Incredible. Well, Louis, I thought we could talk today a little bit about, what it really takes for us to be successful, not only in the financial industry, but I think within virtual financial itself. And I think you kind of just touched on a really big one, and that is just generally speaking, your attitude. Would you agree with
Absolutely.
that?
Absolutely. That's where it starts. I mean, I try to tell people when you wake up in the morning, if you're in a bad mood, look in the mirror. First person you
Boy,
see
that's a
every
hard
day,
one.
first person you see that's judging you is the one looking back at you.
Amen to
It,
that.
it's it all that's where it starts. And now I'm a grand. I mean, you're married. You might wake up and your husband's there. I mean, I get that, but it all starts your mindset with you.
It
Um,
does. In fact, you
and
know how I start my day? I
cup of
refuse to
coffee.
open my eyes. Well, that's true, but that's about 5 minutes later, 3 if I'm moving fast. But no, I really try not to open my eyes after I wake up until I've thought of enough things to be grateful for that I can actually feel that gratitude. Then I open my eyes, jump out of bed, and I am ready to go.
Yeah,
But I know you've got a lot of stressful things going on in your life right now, and I do as well. A little bit of stress there. Uh, what are some things you can do to stay focused on the job and to keep that positive attitude no matter what is going on around you?
First and foremost, I mean, it starts with you. You got to have the right mindset. Can it be difficult at times? Yes. Do you want to throw in the towel and say, all right, not today, I'm not dealing with this? Yes. I'm guilty of it. You're probably guilty of it. Um, Having that little bit of me time can do wonders. But then you got to look at the bigger picture and ask yourself, why do I want to do this? My main
Mm.
thing is to help mankind. I want to be able to give back. So that lights a little fire under my behind. Say, okay, you got to focus. Have a game plan. Have a game plan. Set a certain time. I'm not big with the computer calendars and stuff like that. On our CRM, those stuff that goes on that calendar, yes. Other stuff, I don't. I mean, unfortunately, I have a good memory, and I think that was my military training. Always remember everything, be a sponge, take it all in. But having Adita write it out. If you have to do that, do it. I mean, I get up. First thing I do is get up, make my coffee, let my dogs out, take a couple sips of coffee, and then I sit there and say, what is my agenda today? What am I going to do? Hey, I remember that. Who gave you that one? A date.
Louis, actually, when he came to Tennessee to help at a union deal we were doing, gave me a physical daily planner, and I love it.
It's
Absolutely
a
love
lot
it.
easier doing it that way, writing it down, than it is on the computer, because you're like, well, do I
So,
want to
well,
turn the
I
computer?
would disagree with that one because it
Well,
it pops up on my watch, my iPad, my phone, my computer, and my laptop. But I think the point is use what works for you in order to manage your
absolutely,
time
absolutely.
effectively and block it out.
Yep.
You know, you really need to be a self-starter. You need to be able to manage yourself. And so be responsible. Clock in,
Well,
clock out. I actually downloaded an app, Louis, where you clock in and clock out on the app.
ah,
And so I did that for a week. And then I was like, because I looked at it. I looked at
another.
it and I'm like, I stayed so busy all week, Louis, but I wasn't busy doing the activities that generate the income as an agent. I was doing busy work. Yes, I see. Hold it in front of your shirt. There you go. And I'll show. I have one as well, everybody. It's an hourglass.
Yep.
And Louis, that brings us to the next thing we do. When we are working with clients and doing things that are generating income, we flip the hourglass and it takes 1 hour,
Yep.
exactly 1 hour. And I'm going to put it back because this doesn't count. This is not a money generating activity. And so I don't get to do that. And how many times a day do we want people to try to flip that hourglass?
At a bare minimum, I would say two or three, or three. The more, I mean, if you 3 hours is a long time. You do have. I'll tell you that if you do that, you got to take a 20 to 30 minute break in between, just
Or do
because
what I do. You can do
the
an hour in
repetitive.
the morning, hour in the afternoon, and an hour in the evening.
Exactly, exactly. And anybody in our company that's successful is going to tell you that dedicated block of time. This is what's happening then. This is what's happening then. This is what happens. Yes, life does happen. Things come up. But if things come up and changes, you adjust your time. You keep doing it day after day after day after day after day.
Being really
Yes, it might not
consistent.
be 11 to 12, 11 to 12, 11 to 12. It might be 11:30 to 12:30, 12:30 to 2:30. Making up. If you missed in the morning, do 2 hours in the afternoon. Get into a steady flow, a steady stream, and just go for it. I mean, the sky's the limit. And there it goes back to the mindset. Why are you doing this? My
Well, you
mindset
know,
is
Louis,
to help other people. So I'm like, you know what? Do I not want to help these people? Nope, sorry, got to do it. I got to help these people. And
amen.
that's a big driving force.
One of the benefits, though, with virtual financial, and this started a decade ago, Our founder, Chris Delfino, he's such a visionary, absolutely incredible. But he saw where technology was going and he built Virtual Financial to be successful utilizing that technology. And so, really, I have no excuse because this job that we do can be done from anywhere. I could be sitting in my car right now. You don't know because I have a virtual or a digital background. And I've done appointments in the car, at the doctor's office, while visiting family and traveling. I've done them in hotels. I mean, I've done them sitting outside and it's absolutely incredible. And so, Louis, you were working. You came here to Tennessee and we worked with the union together, but you were working in a union building and nobody knew that, right? So what do you
Absolutely.
really need in order to do the job? You need a cell phone with good service. And apparently when I go to California, I'm going to have to get a second cell phone with Verizon. I don't know what's up with that. I'm an AT&T girl. I'm not being
I
paid for
just
that. I
switched.
just.
I just switched to Verizon. No problems so far.
Great. Well, maybe we can just share a phone then. Let's travel together. We can share a phone. That sounds great.
Sounds good.
A computer is definitely needed too. Though you can do it. I mean, I've done a lot of business on my iPad. I bought one of those cases with the keyboard. But I do recommend if you want to travel, having a laptop. If you work from home, like I primarily do, I've got a huge 27-inch Mac, so I don't have to wear my bifocals.
The
I
good
can see
thing
the
is,
screen.
in a pinch, you can do everything on your cell phone too.
You can. In fact, I was just teaching some ladies this morning how to do that. You see, for those of you watching, we have an incredible CRM, proprietary. I mean, it's just absolutely amazing. And we can access the calendars for everyone in our company. You can actually do that. Well, at least on my iPhone, I can. I'm sure Android people could maybe figure it out. But it really can be done with very little. And it's incredible. The founder of our company is a farmer, like generational farmer, and he loves it. He loves being on that tractor doing his job. Well, when he's got an appointment, he turns off the tractor, wipes off his hands, and there it is. He's got his cell phone, he's got his tablet, does the appointment right there in the tractor. I love that.
Hence the
What
name of the
about you,
company,
Louie?
virtual. It's virtual. It can be
Virtual
done
financial.
anywhere, anytime, any place. Um,
Absolutely. So, Louis, other than mindset and attitude and blocking out your time and being a responsible self-starter, do you have any last words of wisdom for our viewers on what it takes to be successful?
I think it all starts with, again, mindset and having a desire to want to help others. Um, we have a lot of valuable information, and I'll take it this way. Let's say either a recruit, a referral agent, client, or nothing. That nothing, we've done something. We've helped them in some way, getting them with a financial educator, getting a financial needs analysis done, getting them a copy of our best selling book. We're doing something for somebody. Not everybody thinks the same way. I recommend putting your name in the book so they see it. Who knows? They might toss it out. Somebody else could pick that up, and it could be Bill Gates. It could be Jeff Bezos, and you never know. One thing that, relating back to the freight industry, and why I was so successful in that, is the availability and access to me anytime, day or night. You never know who your next customer is going to be, who that next person is. I think a lot of people not judge is not the right word, but they classify people as, okay, this person's going to be this, that person's going to be that. You don't know. You're not that person that you're talking to.
Well, Louis,
Everybody.
we're gonna as we wrap up here, uh, I just wanted to throw this out there. If somebody does want to work with you, what is the best way for them to get in touch with you?
Give me a telephone call, 804-247-9291.
Excellent. And for those of you watching, you can click on the description of this video and you will find Louis' information there as well. His phone number, email, website, it's all there. So if you've got any questions or if you want to know more, please do reach out. And on that note, Louis, thank you so much for sharing some of your insights with us today. And to our viewers, I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching.
Bye, everybody.